Those DC Comics anti-heroes are back in the Suicide Squad.
You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna risk the entire mission for a mental defective dressed as a court jester.
It's coming from a guy that wears a toilet seat on his head.
We don't leave one of our own behind. All right, we'll enter through the 3rd floor and then down to the cellar where they usually keep their detainees. Hopefully Harley's still alive.
It's not a toilet seat. It's a beacon of freedom.
Justin, The Suicide Squad is the sequel to Suicide Squad, which came out a couple years ago. We reviewed it. We weren't high on it. How do you think this one compares?
Andy, this movie is exactly the course correction that this franchise needed. It's really funny. It's got action. It's got heart. It's got a lot of gore.
Yes.
A lot of surprising gore.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, this is a very R-rated movie. I think people expecting the sanitization of the first one are going to be turning this thing off about 10 minutes in.
Yes.
That this really is a great combination from director James Gunn, who directed Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. You sense that kind of camaraderie here, but also his weird horror roots come through in here. There's a lot of strange moments that also deliver a whole lot of comedy in this. This probably is going to be one of the funniest movies of the year, too.
Yeah, I would say with Guardians of the Galaxy, you got a sense of James Gunn's sense of humor, but in this you get his roots in B horror movie and crass humor also. Like DC really just lets him go.
Yes, yes they do. You definitely feel that sense of independence here, that this does not really compare even to the Marvel movies or anything like that. That it just nails everything right, I feel like. You have Will Smith being swapped out for Idris Elba, who is a major upgrade as the kind of lead character in here, as the straight man to all these wacky characters. He does a great job. And then you also just have a whole lot of different kind of weirder characters that add a lot of personality to this.
Yeah, you definitely get a feel for James Gunn's fandom for comics with the obscure characters that he pulled, that DC let him pull into this live-action movie.
Right, right, and I appreciated that. I appreciated the weirdness of this. This is also probably, in addition to being one of the funniest, it's also probably one of the most violent movies of the year.
Yes.
One of the most profane movies, and one of the weirdest mainstream movies I think we're going to see.
Yeah.
But that all works in favor for it, because this is something we really haven't, I think, seen in the superhero genre in a long time. I guess you could kind of compare Deadpool 1 and 2 maybe a little bit to that.
Right, right. And the cast. The cast is amazing. And John Cena, surprisingly delightful.
Yes, yes.
So.
Yeah, I was just really blown away by this. I was really impressed. And I think, too, that this is going to be in theaters and on HBO Max at the same time. I would suggest seeing it in the theaters unless you just can't stand people, because it's just fun to be back in the theater where people are laughing again.
Right.
Justin, what would you give it for a rating?
Andy, I think I'm going to go 5. I think I really enjoyed it.
5, that's awesome. I'm going a little bit lower. It's maybe just 15, 20 minutes too long, but I'm going to go 4.5 because I just really had a blast with this. I think as far as comic book movies go, this is one of the best.
Agreed.
To see what's going on in St. Joseph, check out St. Joe Live every Thursday in the St. Joseph News Press or anytime at newspressnow.com. And you can join me next week as we check out Free Guy. Until then, we'll be live at the movies. See you later.